At the end of a relationship with someone who is avoidant, the anxious person is often left feeling like they lost. Like the avoidant is looking at them thinking, I left and the relationship ended because of all of these negative things about the anxious person. And the anxious one is left feeling like their self-worth is on the floor, like they've been misunderstood, like the avoidant has got them wrong, and that if only they saw them the way that they once saw them, as this important, beautiful, valuable person that they had in their life, that they would feel whole again, right? And so the anxious person really wants the avoidant to regret losing them. And this often happens. They do regret, not yet, because obviously at the end of a relationship with an anxious person, they feel quite a lot of relief because they're not being challenged. They're not being asked to step up. They're not being asked to think about their emotions. They're not being asked to have conflict repair. They're not being asked to be different. So they feel relief because they're not having to take responsibility for their part of the equation. And so they think, right, I'm free. And they have a moment of, oh, good. And I want to give you this video because for anybody who's in this situation, you may be under the perception that, they've won, and they're off thinking that they got away from a terrible relationship for all these reasons that are all your fault. And it feels so terrible because you feel very, very misunderstood. But the thing is, you were the catch. You were the catch, and they lost you, and they very often see that later on. But the thing is, there's a difference between regret and growth. Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about why they might regret losing you, and the difference between regret and growth, so that you can see the difference. If they do come back and tell you that they regret it, which they sometimes do and sometimes don't, then you'll know what to do with that. If you want to have support with this because it's such a difficult time, then the Heartbreak Healers Club is here to support you, to help you evolve, to help you see that you are the catch, to feel like you are the catch, even if they don't think that you are at the time. It's very hard when you're still wanting that validation and connection from them, and the journey is in being able to find it within yourself. So that's what we do in the Heartbreak Healers Club. It's very powerful because, as I always say, the most powerful type of healing is in community, and that's why I created the Heartbreak Healers Club, because I know that I needed community, and this is the group that I wish I'd had. And honestly, it's amazing, and it's everything that I would want it to be. So if you want to join, we start again tonight. In fact, we're on every Wednesday, so you can join any week, any day, in fact, and you will get access to the Circle app, and the calls are on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. UK time. You can sign up in the link below. You will also get the perfect replies to your avoidant for free. Okay. So they initially, like I say, they don't regret it because they're just feeling relief, and that's classic avoidant, and it makes you feel awful, like your self-worth and your value to them is not non-existent. And this is your challenge now, because you have got to rebuild your life for you. And when they start noticing that you're actually not investing in fixing it, solving it, obsessing about it anymore, they sense that and they feel the dynamic has changed. Avoidants don't regret anything if the dynamic doesn't change. Avoidants don't regret anything unless they lose something, right? So they have to like experience the loss of what you were, the energy that you were giving them before and the love that you were giving them. They regret it when they see that you are building your life, that you're building your confidence, and that you're not relying on them anymore for validation or approval, which is what you might have been doing for a long time before. When they see that you actually confidently find that within yourself, they start going, oh, they don't need me. People, especially avoidants, need to be needed. We want to be needed. We like to be needed. And so when someone doesn't need us anymore, it starts to feel like a loss. So this is where you, focusing on you, proving to yourself that you can have a life without their approval or validation. And one of the things you might notice after a breakup with an avoidant is that you're still looking for their approval, even though they're not there. Their voice will come into your head. Their opinions that you know they'd say will come into your head. And you'll think, oh my God, I'm still hearing their opinions, even though they're not here. And, you know, this is one of the things where you challenge yourself to go, I don't care what they think. I'm going to do what I want. And the more you do that, the stronger that you will get. So you're growing in confidence all the time. They're probably getting on with their life, avoiding things, staying the same. So you know that you are winning here. Not that this is a competition, but you're winning for you. It's you versus you at the end of the day. So it's you versus the voice in you that says that you need them, and the voice in you that says you can't live without them, and the voice in you that says that you can't feel happy and content without them. That's the voice you're up against, right? So then they're going to also regret it whenever they see that you're not reaching out, and they experience the loss. They actually see the loss. They see the value in that you were offering them something very rare. Avoidants tend to find and accumulate little reasons that turn into a big thing about why they need to leave. Like, you know, little things that seem like big things to them. And they realised that the value that you were giving them was just incomparable. So they don't meet anyone who compares. They realise that they had something special with you, and then they think, shit. So the difference with regret and growth is that if they've grown, they will be able to reflect not only on the regret, but on their side of it, on their side of how this happened. They'll be able to have gone and taken responsibility for their part, and they'll want to do things differently. They'll have been able to actually go and live that with it before coming to you, actually. Because if they come to you when they're just in that regret feeling, they want you to fix it. They just want you to fix it, and that's not what we want to do for them, because that will perpetuate the cycle. You can't fix their pain, which is what avoidants really want you to do. They want the easy way out of things. So you have to actually see that they've gone and taken responsibility and done something about it, like gone to therapy for months before you even consider being with them again, really, you know, entertaining it at all. By the way, in my book, Perfect Replies to Your Avoidant, there's a whole reconnection chapter, which is all about the cautious and the boundaried responses to if they do come back, and if there's a sort of reconnection on the cards. There's a whole bit in that in the book. So if you want help with that, if that's something that you're worried about happening and not knowing how to deal with it, get the book. You can get it for free with the Heartbreak Healers Club too. So yeah, basically they do often regret it, but you've got to know the difference between regret and growth. Growth is actionable. They've actually done things. Regret is a feeling that they might want you to fix. And that's the quick fix. You going, oh, I miss you too. I miss you so much. Let's be back together. That solves it for them. Complete avoidance. Right? So you need them to have actually done something about their regret in order for you to know that the regret is of any value or benefit to you at all. So you, in the meantime, are getting to a place where you don't bloody need them to regret it at all. Right? You honestly won't care. That's the real sort of trophy moment where you go, I actually don't care if they regret it or not. That's it. You might not be there yet, but you can get there. And you might not want to get there yet. That's fine too. But you need to get to a place where you don't need them to regret it, because that shows you're back to not being codependent anymore. You're not needing their validation. You're not needing their approval for your existence. And from there, you can make actually good decisions about if this person is right for you or not. So I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like any more help with anything I do, if you want support going through this difficult time, then this is what I have been through, what I've overcome. I have found myself again through very, very difficult dynamics and a difficult relationship, which I was so incredibly attached to. Oh my God, I thought I would never, ever stop being attached to that person. But anyway, here we are in a very different place, and I know that you can get to the other side of it. There's a whole new way of being that you can feel, and life can be very, very different, and you can be back to you again. So if you want to learn any more about what I do, about the courses that I do, about how you can work with me one-to-one, you can find out in the link below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.